It's happening again. Just days after Charlie Kirk's death, conservative Christians are already sanitizing his legacy, erasing his rhetoric, and trying to turn him into a martyr for the faith. But we've seen this movie before. It's the exact playbook they used to whitewash the Confederacy. And if we don't call it out, history will repeat itself. After the Civil War, Christians in the South rewrote history. They turned traitors who fought to preserve slavery into heroes. Robert E. Lee became a noble gentleman, Stonewall Jackson a devout warrior, Jefferson Davis a principled statesman. But the truth was plain. They betrayed the Constitution to defend slavery. Confederate leaders said it outright. Alexander Stephens declared their nation was founded on the great truth that the Negro is not equal to the white man. Yet Christians built statues, named army bases, and told children it was heritage, not hate. That wasn't history, it was propaganda. Now they're doing the same with Charlie Kirk. Already, people highlight his Christian faith and defense of conservative values, while ignoring his racist rhetoric and toxic influence. But here's the truth. Kirk built his brand on mocking diversity, equity, inclusion, questioning black professionals' qualifications, and pushing conspiracy theories that undermine democracy.
Yeah, and the Civil Rights Act, though, let's be clear, created a beast, and that beast has now turned into an anti-white weapon.
You hear that, William Thomas? You're an abomination to God.
I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year, so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights.
Honestly, be put in prison and or given the death penalty for his crimes against America.
By the way, this is my other problem with death penalty. It takes too long, too many appeals. Expensive. It should be public, it should be quick, it should be televised. By the way, you could fund the government
kids to watch it.
You could have brought to you by Coca-Cola. What age should you start to see public executions?
16.
I think you could do it earlier. I think you maybe at age 12.
Whenever.
We note in our piece that Kirk describes King as, quote, a bad guy. It's true. And Kirk's self-described very, very radical view that the country made a mistake when it passed the Civil Rights Act. Also true.
I have a question.
Okay, what's your question?
Why did you say that the Civil Rights Bill should be overturned?
I didn't say that. I said it was a mistake.
Why? That's crazy.
Now you gotta figure it out.
I wouldn't be here.
So I'm sorry, are you trying to say that blacks thrive under subjugation?
No, I'm not. I'm saying I'm asking you the question. The data shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad, it was evil, but what happened? We're gonna okay, I'm gonna say it. More than 600 white women a year are murdered by black men. 600 white women a year. Did you know that? They are conditioned to believe white bad, black good. White are black. If I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman, I wonder, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action? It almost creates thought patterns that are not necessarily wholesome. It creates resentment. And I'm not allowed to say that this guy's not an American. I'm sorry, he's not an American. At what point is it time to start to at least use rubber bullets?
The entire country. Donald Trump needs to run on this issue.
Abortion is never medically necessary.
Okay. So if you had a daughter and she was 10 and she got raped, and she was going to give birth and she would, and she was going to give birth and she was going to live, would you want her to go through that and carry her baby?
That's awfully graphic.
But it's a real life scenario that happens to many people.
The answer is yes, the baby would be delivered.
Hi, Charlie. I'm Addie, and I'm 14. I'm a freshman in high school, and I was wondering, as someone who has a different opinion on college, what would you say the pros and cons are? Because I'm interested in political journalism.
Let me also speak to some of the young ladies here in high school where who's here where your top priority is get married and have kids? Raise your hand. Okay. Interestingly, I think there is an argument to bring back the MRS degree. And no, seriously. And just be clear, that's why you're going to college, right? Don't lie to yourself, I'm studying sociology. No, you're not. We know why you're here. And that's okay, actually.
When you grow up as...
Just like with Confederate generals, they're trying to separate the man from his actions, polishing his image while burying the reality. What ties these stories together is Christian nationalism. The Confederacy used the Bible to justify slavery. Kirk used Christianity to push for a white Christian America. In both cases, faith was weaponized for power, not lived out in love. And conservative Christians defended both, not because they honored Christ, but because they protected cultural dominance. Whitewashing is very harmful. Every Confederate monument told Black Americans they didn't belong. Every textbook that softened slavery poisoned generations. Now, sanitizing Kirk's record will erase the harm his words caused and embolden the next wave of division and hate. His victims remember the truth, even if his defenders pretend otherwise. The Bible doesn't call us to honor evil wrapped in religion. Jesus confronted the Pharisees when they used faith to oppress. Real Christianity requires truth-telling, even when it's uncomfortable. Yes, we can mourn Kirk's death and pray for his family, but we must also be honest about the damage he did. To rewrite his legacy is to betray the gospel itself. If you have to sanitize someone's record to make them a hero, they were never a hero in the first place. The pattern is clear. The playbook is predictable. The only question is, will we let them rewrite history again? Or will we have the courage to tell the truth, even when it challenges the people who look like us, vote like us, and claim to worship like us? What do you think? Are you seeing this whitewashing happening in your circles? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more honest conversations about faith, politics, and truth.